I went from zero tennis experience to best high school tennis player in the county in 2 years. And these are the 4 steps I did to accomplish it. First and foremost, to me, with anything you do in life, you gotta have a passion for what you're doing, and you have to have the enthusiasm. One of my favorite words, enthusiasm. Energy of the gods, right? You have to have that energy within, something that you maybe are naturally called to do and that you love. And it should never feel like a job. It should never feel like you're being forced to do it. And I had that with tennis. I love to play tennis. It was my favorite thing. It was my escape. It was what I looked forward to, okay? I enjoyed seeing the improvements that I was making on the court. From the first day I started playing, I wanted to get a little bit better each day. Maybe I'd see a new shot I was able to hit. Maybe my consistency was going up. Maybe I was beating some other player that I didn't usually beat, right? So number one, have the drive, have the motivation. Make sure you love what you're doing. Make sure you love to play tennis in this case, if this is something you're gonna go for. The second thing I had, which I'm very grateful for, is I had the right people around me, right? I had the right mentors. I had the right coaches, okay? I had the right friends. I had the right, I had the parents that would support me. So, for me personally, I got lucky. I met this guy when I was going out to the practice courts one day at the local courts, and I think he saw, wow, this is a kid who's hungry, who's, willing to put in the hours to get better, and he recognized that, and he kind of took me under his wing, and, we started practicing, and, he'd give me little bits of information about, what I should be doing on the tennis court, and we would just go at it back and forth. He became someone who I aspired to, and I wanted to get as good as him, because at first I was not. In fact, I was getting my butt kicked by him. And so I made it my personal goal to eventually beat this guy, right? This guy's name, he was a former soccer player, professional, and he had even coached his daughter up through the ranks of the juniors. And at a very young age, she was already one of the best juniors in the country from a young age. And I admired that, and I said, you know what, this is someone who I want to be around. This is someone who I want to get better than. And so we started playing, almost it seemed like every night. We'd go to the tennis courts, and I'd meet him there. We'd play maybe 3-4 hours at a time. Sometimes till after 11 p.m. The lights didn't even shut off. So we just played and played. And, sometimes even I went to bed a little late. I get up for school the next morning, late to first period. I even got too many truants, and I think I had to go to detention because I was late so much for first period. I don't recommend that part. But, I had the energy and I had the dedication to show up. And he's a mentor I had. I've had, other coaches who have helped me along the way. Something that's important, I think you got to be surrounded by the right friends who support your goals and, your dreams. And, I believe that I surround myself with the right people, the right friends. And, they always put me in a good mood, and they encouraged me. They knew that I wanted to become a good tennis player. And I'm thankful for that. You might even come across people that don't. You tell them what, you're a tennis player, or that you have these goals, and they may not be so, respectful of that, and they may try to put you down, I made sure I stayed away from that. So, also, you have to have the right parents. When you're young, you can't drive yourself. I had to rely on my parents to take me to practice and take me to tournaments. Sometimes you go for a tournament, it might be all weekend, you're there all day. And, Thank God I had them. I'm very lucky for that. Number 3, okay, this is a very important one, to me, and I think sometimes it's not appreciated so much, and that is a vision. Okay, you have to have the vision for what you're doing. You have to have the focus. Okay, you have to literally visualize. Okay, you gotta believe in your goals, and you gotta sit, and you gotta think about what that might look like. Okay, so for me, something I did to visualize, I would go, for a run around the block, and as I'm going for a run, I'm thinking about the upcoming tournament that's coming up. I might be thinking about, beating a certain player. I might start to visualize what it feels like to become, the best player in the county. And I started to visualize myself becoming the champion. I think I didn't realize how powerful that was as I was doing it, to visualize and to have that in your mind and to see it and then, go out and do it, That was something that I didn't even recognize then. And I think today I realize how powerful that is. And so I will say you have to have the vision, Go to your happy place, sit there in a quiet space, and, do a little meditation, It's not just for hippies. You don't get a clear mind. Get a clear mind of your goals. What are your priorities? In life. In this case, mine was tennis. So I'm visualizing what that looks like, and what it feels like. And I sit there. Nowadays I visualize and I sit there. First, I get in tune with my senses. Right? What am I hearing? Okay, I might do that for 10 seconds, and then I might go to what I see. What I feel. So, what I smell, what I taste, that's just a fun little meditation I do nowadays. But, you got to put yourself in the state that you want to be in, as if it's already true, as if it's already happening, all right? As if it's already happening. Hey, I already am the best high school tennis player in the county, right? Now I just have to watch myself go do it. I have to visualize it and put forth the steps, and it's already happening. So now I'm just watching it as if it's already true, as if it's already true. Okay, so number 4, work ethic. You have to work your butt off. Okay, I felt like I was personally obsessed. I had the tennis bug. I was obsessed with what I was doing. I would love to see the progress that I was making on a daily basis. Okay? I made it a priority. I sacrificed. Okay? For example, how did I sacrifice? Well, I sacrificed my weekends, hanging out with my friends, to go play tournaments. One thing I did, so it was senior grad night at Disneyland. But guess what? I didn't go. The next day, I had the CIF finals I had to go to, right? It's like the end of the year tournament, and I had to prioritize that, and I had to make sure I got a good night's sleep, and I couldn't be out all night at Disneyland with my friends celebrating our graduation. So, that's one way that I sacrificed, and the work ethic. There's always something to work on. For example, my junior year, okay, I broke my arm. Okay, I broke my arm wrestling. Yeah, imagine that. Broke my arm wrestling, and I said, oh shoot, that's not good. What am I gonna do now? So what did I do? I had a cast on my right arm. You know what I did? I went to the tennis court. I started hitting left-handed forehands. So when I came back a few months later, ready to play, my backhand, two-handed backhand, was a lot better. I became a lot better backhand player, and it became one of my better shots. Also during that time, I started to run a lot more. So I was getting myself fit. I joined the cross-country team in high school, and I was running, I was in the races, and, I was always looking for ways to improve and get better. So you got to have that work ethic. You got to sacrifice hours in this case. I know to become a professional or a master at something, they say you need 10,000 hours. Well, every hour until 10,000, right, you're getting a little bit better. you're making that way, you're climbing that ladder, okay? So, you know, that is something, you know, you got to keep that in mind. You're on your way to something. You're not going to get there overnight, right? But you're going to take another step. You're going to take another step. By the time you get there, in my case, you know, I'm at the top of the mountain, which is the best high school tennis player in the county. So that's how I became the #1 high school tennis player in the county. And, you know, in wrapping this up, have the passion for it. Find mentors. Surround yourself with the right people. Have the vision and the belief that you can do it, okay? And then go out there and work your butt off, okay? Have the work ethic. And with those things, you know, whether this be tennis or something else, I think these are some of the most important aspects of achieving anything. So, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.